Welcome in, everybody, at Sail Out Sports Podcast, episode 72. Bob and Peter in the house. What's up, fellas?
What up?
What's going on?
We survived.
Still sore.
Survived Vegas. We're back. My voice a little raspy, if you can tell. Wild weekend of games filled with upsets. Brackets have been destroyed. I know mine is.
Mine's atrocious.
Who'd you guys have winning it?
Maryland?
I got Michigan.
I had Maryland.
Oh, the 500 to 1.
Yeah.
You were just hoping you could talk it into existence?
Dude. Yeah, like Lonzo Ball, the number 2 pick, speaking into existence.
Who'd you have?
I have Michigan winning it.
Oh, so you're
But
still
I had
alive.
Oklahoma State in the finals against them.
Yeah, I had Ohio State.
I have one team out
You
of
had
my
them winning
Final
it?
Four.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I only have one of the Final Four still alive. Houston.
There you go.
And they're losing to Syracuse.
Pac-12 is dominating. The Big Ten shit the bed. I called that beginning. I said the Big Ten. Yeah, I said Big 12 has been the best conference, even though Texas lost and some other teams.
The Big Ten had 9 teams in?
Something like that.
And then there only one left?
One, yeah.
Michigan?
Yep.
Was it Bill Walton that was saying Pac-12 is the best? Is
And
that
then we had
Bill Walton
he
always says that.
I feel like he's on drugs.
Conference of Champions.
Yeah, he's on drugs.
Then
He
we
just
got-
smokes a ton of weed.
Then we
Yeah.
That dude shows up to call games in tie-dye T-shirts. And the guy's calling him with his full suit and tie.
Oh,
I feel
imagine-
like on occasions he's still hitting acid.
He says some wild stuff too.
Imagine when he's at home.
Isn't he the one that said, was it him or Van Gundy that said
Van
Phil
Gundy.
Jackson didn't cry as a baby?
That was Van Gundy.
Was that Van Gundy?
He's super fun to listen to, though. He's one of my favorites. He's just outlandish.
Got more Sister Jean magic. Yeah, we got a great show. We'll talk about the upsets, the best games. We're going to make picks for all 8 Sweet 16 games and give you our updated new Final Four picks with the remaining teams, since some of our teams are out, obviously.
3 of my 4.
And then at the end, we'll talk, me and Bob, we'll talk about the UFC 260 card this weekend. Big fights.
Yeah, that's a big card.
All right, well, let's get into it. All right, with all mentioned upsets.
Yeah.
Which one is the most shocking to you? Oral Roberts, Abilene Christian.
I think, to me, it's Abilene Christian.
I'm going to have to agree with Bob on this one. Just because Texas, I really expected Texas to do.
I think everybody expected Texas to at least get to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, to hold them to 52 points. After they put 91 in the conference tournament up against Oklahoma State.
Shaka Smart
hold
got
them to
paid a
52.
lot of money to go to Texas and coach because he's a tournament machine.
Yeah. The Abilene Christian shot 20 of 67 from the field. That's 29%. Did you not?
In that game?
Yeah.
And still won.
And still won. Texas had 27 turnovers.
Wow.
That's what, then they lost by one.
Defense.
You can't turn it over 27 times in a college game
Defense
and expect to win a game.
Yeah, just reckless. So that was the biggest one. Last week I said that might be my lock of the tournament was Texas minus 8.5, and then they lose outright. I was like, oh man.
Not good.
Oral Roberts, the big story of the weekend. I like
the story.
I bet the spread. I didn't think they'd cover.
Oh, they're on.
Or
a
I thought
tear,
they'd cover.
dude.
I didn't think they're going to beat Ohio State.
They're super fun to watch, though. Those what's it, Max and
Max Admas.
Their three go-to guys are really good.
Well, they shoot the most threes.
and Kevin O'Banner.
Yeah.
They shoot the most threes, and they've been knocking them down.
Yeah, they're 12th in percentage, and they shoot the most, so that translates.
It's hard to
And
beat a
then
team that shoots
and they're
lights
the
out.
number 1 or they're top 5 in free throw shooting as a team.
I feel like
Which
they're
that's huge.
relying on those two guys, and that's it, though. They've both put up. I think they're averaging over 20 a game.
Nobody slowed them down.
I think both of them are averaging over 20.
That's
I think over 25.
It's 117 points between them for the 4 games, or for the 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're averaging over 25.
O'Banner had 30, and then he had 28.
And then his teammate had 29 when he had 30.
Yeah, he's just cast threes.
Nobody's slowed those dudes down yet.
yeah.
And
then
Shaka
I think
Smart
they're
could
finally going to hit the wall here.
you had North Texas beating Purdue. You called that one last week. Syracuse back 2 upsets.
Dude,
Oral Roberts beat Florida, which I actually had the money line on that one. Because I'm like, I'm not missing this train again. And I thought they were down 6 with a minute and a half left, and they came back, or something like that.
I know.
I
wish I would have not talked to my dad. He told me he was on fire.
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, I think Oral Roberts is not. They're playing over their heads.
I
And then
think
Pat
they
was like,
are, but nobody slowed them down yet.
Right. Yeah.
But talk about Syracuse. I don't know why we don't bet them every year to get to the Sweet 16. Because I think what it is teams play all season, but they don't play against the zone defense like Syracuse. So when they show up and have to play Syracuse, it takes them at least the first half to adjust
from that
their
zone.
offense to play against that team. So Syracuse instantly
I love
is
Syracuse
in the game
right now.
Then they got Buddy Boeheim and that Joe Girard guy.
Buddy
just
Boeheim shoots lights out.
They're shooting from
Yeah,
the logo.
NBA range.
The zone defense, though, in the tournament, playing teams that haven't played a zone all year, gives them a huge advantage.
I wasn't too surprised they beat San Diego State. I was surprised by the margin they did it by.
Yeah.
They beat them by, I think, 14 or something, 15.
Yeah.
They're just
And then they
forcing
were up
turnovers.
Big at halftime.
And then the West Virginia game, they were up, and then West Virginia climbed back in and tied it up.
Yeah.
And then West Virginia Syracuse took off again. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, forced
freaking
turnovers,
Buddy
man.
Boeheim shoots over. He's been shooting over 10 threes a game.
And making 4 of them.
Freaking draining them.
All right, what was the best game from the weekend in Vegas?
Best weekend.
Watching, yeah.
Best weekend.
There's a lot
Ellis
of
Island.
Oral Roberts? Or
No.
Oregon
I
State?
think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
'cause
Oregon
I
State?
think no. I have Florida and Vautech.
Yep.
Very first game of the
Yep.
the tournament. That the
Naheem-
overtime game.
I called
Alien.
it. I called it.
We
He-
had overtime, or we
down
needed
3.
overtime.
Down 3. I called it. The guy shooting free throws shoots 51% from the line. I go, this fool's missing both, and if he does, it's a 3-ball to send this
Naheem
thing to
Alim
overtime.
To send it into OT.
We needed the over.
We needed the overs to hit,
Cash.
and we needed Florida.
First game in the first.
That might have been where we started losing our voices.
Yeah, we were going crazy.
That was probably the worst.
I liked about 3 hours later. I looked at you and I said, "You should have been here for the first game."
Pat goes,
forgot.
dude, you should have been here for the Vautech game. And I looked at him and I go, Pat, I was sitting 4 feet away from you, and I said he's going to hit a 3 to tie this right now when he misses both free
yeah,
throws.
when he misses the free throws.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you got there late, but you got there like
I got
right
there
when
like
the game started.
I was like 10 minutes into the first half.
Yeah.
I got there.
So you should have been there, bro.
That
So he
fool's
should have been
nasty,
here.
Naheem. That like between the legs pass.
Oh, that when he hiked it.
Yeah,
The old
I love
nutmegged
him.
himself.
I feel like that fool's NBA.
There was
He's that good.
Nutmegged himself.
That
for
was
the 3-ball assist.
that specific game. I think was my least. I was not excited for that game at all, and it turned out to be like the best way to kick off the
The most
tournament.
exciting.
Not to
kickoff.
mention the 4 playing games, or all of them were wild. The
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
that was crazy.
Lord, I freaking hate Michigan State.
But that's the funny thing too. So the podcast last week, he's like, I got UCLA. They're gonna win.
Literally talked about it. It's like they're gonna beat Michigan State, and then they're gonna have advantage going into the what would be the first round because they already played a game.
Yeah.
I was like UCLA.
So then
Then I
he
get to
should've
gets-
went with
Vegas.
your gut.
I get to
He gets
Vegas
there.
I
Calls
get
me.
drink about 22 vodka Red Bulls and for some reason bet Michigan State. And then at halftime, I decide they're gonna cover the second
they were
half
up-
too.
up
8,
up 8.
and they were +2.
That
in the
game went
second
into
half.
overtime, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It went to OT.
it did.
Oh, I quit watching.
Yeah, it went to overtime.
Yeah,
What was
And,
that?
all those playing games were phenomenal.
I think
the
I bet because
Norfolk
I was
game?
with Abdul.
Yeah,
They were 0 for 19 from 3 in the first half.
they were up 20 at halftime.
Yeah. And then they came roaring back, squeaked out
I think
the
they were
win, though.
down by like 7 or 9 at one point, and then they squeaked it back in and won.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
wild.
man. What a time to be watching college
So
basketball.
yeah, Florida State.
Florida State's looking good.
Let's just get right into Saturdays. The Sweet 16 games. First game, Oregon State and Loyola Chicago. That's your squad, Sister Jean.
I've been
Crutwig.
screaming it, dude. Sister Jean. They flew her out. Risk COVID for a
I didn't- when you-
101-year-old
So
old
you
lady.
think they cover?
So the spread's 6.5 right now. Oregon State beat Oak State by 10 and Tennessee by 14.
Loyola's a 6.5-point favorite.
Loyola beat Illinois by 13. That's another upset of the. I didn't think they would beat Illinois. No one.
Crutwig, dude.
He's a problem.
Dude, if you see that fool before the game starts, they're just all hanging out, shooting around, you would think he was like the 15th dude on the bench.
Right.
He
looks
does
like
not look like a
Geico
guy.
caveman.
Dude,
Out
he looks
there
like a
balling.
used car salesman for higher interest loans.
Yeah.
He was
what he
just,
looks
he
like.
was killing Kofi and
Right.
like his
Dude,
little up and under moves and just flips it up with the left hand.
Dude, all the kids that are
I feel like
supposed to be
Kofi's
lottery
a little
picks,
overrated. He's just another big college player. What's he like? 7 foot, 285.
He's huge, though.
Yeah,
He
but
can-
I don't
huge
think
on defensive
I don't
end,
think
though.
he's that skilled. I mean,
Right.
he got torched on defense too.
Oh,
He's not very
Crutwig is
big.
eating these lottery picks alive.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
If you go back and listen to the full turn, when me and Stenson, I think it was David, we were doing our 11 seeds or lower. That could be sleepers. I had Loyola.
Yeah,
Because I like their coach led him to the Final Four, 4 years ago? Crutwig was a freshman, I think. He's still there. And now they're doing it again.
Yep.
And Sister Jean's still.
Sister
I
Jean.
couldn't believe they were flying her in. I'm like, there's no way.
101, I think, isn't she?
Yeah, 101 years old.
She ain't scared of COVID.
No. So, yeah, they beat Georgia Tech by 11, Illinois by 13. I got Loyola Chicago. I think they cover. I think they're going to win by 6.5. Their defense is just so good, it's unreal. They recover. They play such good team defense, and they don't foul. That's one thing. Oregon State, when they beat Oklahoma State, shot 35 free throws. They were 32 of 35.
That's insane.
The team's
32 of 35 as a team is insane.
Loyola Chicago, when they beat
Their
Georgia,
two guards are good. Their defense is so good.
When they beat Georgia Tech shot 3 free throws all game.
That's what you're not going to win again.
And the Illinois only shot, I wrote it down here. Illinois shot 13 and Georgia Tech shot 5. So they shot 18 free throws against them. That's it.
Yeah.
So they play defense and they don't foul you. And I think Oregon State needs to get to the line if they're going to win. But
yeah, I'm like,
I've got Oregon State, but I think
not.
I think the final score is 72-67.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think it's close.
Crowig's too good.
I just think their defense Oregon State's defense is going to lock in.
their defense is good too, but I just don't think they're going to be able to score at all. I think Crowig's probably going 25 again.
25 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hot.
So that dude's just
I
down
could
there.
see it either way, but I think
So you
Oregon
got the-
State.
his- up to 6.5.
His mustache alone will have 4 rebounds.
Right.
So you got me and you got Loyola?
Loyola, yeah, I'm taking Loyola. Sister Jean's still there.
All right, we got next game, Villanova and Baylor. That spread's also 6.5 right now, but Villanova made 15 threes in beating North Texas by 23 and beat Winthrop by 10. I'm surprised Villanova's still in the tournament.
Dude, it's crazy having missed. I think one of their two best players is back.
me.
Gillespie's out. That was their best player.
He's out still?
Yeah.
In the first game, they were missing their second best player.
Yeah, I can't remember if he came back or not. But either way, they were making everything.
Their length, dude.
And
their
their defense is
length
good,
is
too.
their defense is really good.
I still think Baylor and Gonzaga still look like the two best teams out there.
Baylor does this every year, though. Baylor plays well in the tournament, but
I got
never
Baylor.
gets to the Final Four, to the title game.
Baylor wins 80-70.
Yeah,
I'm riding Villanova.
I like Baylor. I like them on a 6.5. I just think the Nova's been out-rebounded by both teams they beat, and that's how you're going to beat Baylor.
Yep.
I think that's the only way to beat Baylor is make sure they keep off the glass. And
Do you remember the dude from Baylor when they were asking him about getting out-rebounded?
Yeah.
He said, you jump up, you catch the ball with 2 hands, you come down, and that's a rebound.
Yeah.
They had
Oh,
more
yeah,
of
they
those
had
than us.
more of
Yeah.
those than
Oh,
us.
the press
was
conference?
dying. That fool said you have a birthday cake. You blow out the candles. Happy birthday. I was dying, dude. Oh, losing it.
All right, yeah, I got Baylor. I think they win by double digits.
Same.
Third game, Oral Roberts in Arkansas. This is
There
gonna
it
be
is. There
probably
it
the
is.
most fast-paced game of the
Does the
tournament.
magic continue?
I don't. Oh, so the spread is 11 on this game. It dropped to
I think
10.5
Oral
earlier
Roberts
today.
covers 11.
I'm
Can they
going
win, though?
Arkansas.
To cover
I'm
the
going-
11.
Yeah.
I like.
You
it.
think these
I
two-
think
you
Oral
think
Roberts, they're done.
They're gonna go cold?
I think their run's done.
They go
I think
cold?
So I think now you finally can key on Max and that other guy. I think they're just going to key in on those two guys because they're averaging over 25 a game. And I think Arkansas has the length and athleticism to stop those two guys.
It could be a very similar game to the Colgate game because Colgate was hanging with them till about 10 minutes left, and Arkansas ran away and won by 17. But
I think that last 10 minutes
I
is
think
when
you're going to
teams
see a
really
similar,
lock down on defense.
similar outcome in that one.
I think they'll hang for
Oral
the first
Roberts
half.
is-
I'm taking Oral. I
like Oral Roberts.
I think they cover. I think Arkansas wins, and
That's
I
what I'm
hope
saying.
Arkansas wins.
I think
'cause they got
Oral definitely covers 11, but winning is that's going to be.
Right.
We'll see. They can.
Oh, if they do it again?
if those two players play like they've played this whole way.
Roberts.
Oh my Lord, that's where I started losing. That's where I lost my voice for
Oral
sure.
Roberts.
Yeah, I think that
Wild.
it's weird when you get later in the tournament that I feel like there's less upsets.
Well,
they
that's
take
because
a-
the upset
they're
teams.
like-
The upset teams now have to play tougher games.
Kind
in the
of.
bracket.
Oral Roberts
This
beat
game-
Ohio State. I mean,
I know.
that's one. They were a top 4 team in the nation for most of the year. So we'll see. I think Oral. I got the cover, but I think Arkansas. I think they win by like 7 or 8. So this is a rematch. They played December 20th.
What was
this
the
year.
score?
87-76. So it was 11.
Who won? Arkansas.
Arkansas beat them by 11. But Oral
That makes me
at
wanna take Oral
halftime,
Roberts.
at halftime, Oral Roberts was up by 10 in that game. They're up 40-30 in the first.
Oh, they let them
came
off
back
the
and-
hook.
Or
They left
came
Arkansas
up-
off the
They
hook.
came back with a game plan in the second half.
All right,
Yeah.
this time they're not letting them off the hook.
I think they're going to be down the whole game. but
Are
I
you
think they
changing
can-
now? You're
No,
changing
I think Oral Roberts covers 11, but it's going to be. They have a chance to win. It's going to be close.
Yeah. All right, last game of the Sweet 16 on Saturday. It's weird it starts Saturday, so now it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then
Syracuse, Houston.
Syracuse.
6-point spread. Houston's favored by 6.
I'm taking Houston. That's the only Final Four team I got left.
Houston beat Rutgers by 3. They were lucky to get out of Rutgers.
No, I think not only Syracuse can cover, but I think they might win outright.
Syracuse. I just said it though. Syracuse zone defense. You don't play it all year.
I think they might
You
win
gotta go
outright.
play it, and
Buddy
it's tough to
Boeheim
adjust.
is balling.
Yeah.
Is balling. And then they got the Quincy Guerrier guy. That fool's nasty. And then Joe Girard. He's
Broswell.
he's a walking bucket.
They just
Like,
are so well coached.
Yeah.
And don't.
Buddy's good.
Yeah.
If you can run him off the 3-point line though, it'll be tough.
I don't know. It's pretty tough. I mean, they cast from.
I could see him winning
35.
outright.
Yeah. I ain't doubting them anymore, but I got Syracuse to cover. I think it's going to be like a 2 or 3 point game, and I think they could win, but I'm going to take Houston to win. I'm betting Syracuse with the 6, though.
Yeah.
They're always so dangerous come this time of year. It's wild.
They're one of my favorite teams coming in right now.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
The zone defense, man, it's tough to adjust when you ain't played against it all year.
Right.
All right, Sunday's first game is Creighton and Gonzaga.
This is where it happens every year, guys.
Gonzaga?
Gonzaga's a 1 or a 2 seed every year for 40 freaking
This
years.
is the weekend they lose.
They haven't won a
Right.
title ever.
I could see that.
And this is where they absolutely just throw it away again.
Shit the bed.
Creighton just walks all over them.
Often, I don't know. I could see. I don't know. I think Gonzaga's
What's it,
going to win.
13 and a half, right?
13.
That's way
13?
It
too
went
many.
down. It was earlier. It might go back up. It might be fluctuate.
Right.
That's where Zaga just every time.
It's just tough. Creighton looked good against Ohio, but they only beat Santa Barbara by
snuck
1.
out
Right.
of the Santa Barbara
So,
game.
like, I don't know which one shows up. If they're making their threes, they could win, but
Right.
that's tough. I mean,
Gonzaga
got a
to
pretty-
me though.
Rely on
Creighton-
the 3 ball to stay in with Gonzaga.
To me,
Yeah.
Creighton beating Santa Barbara by 1 shows they can play late in close games and still get wins. Gonzaga hasn't done that
was a morning
all
game.
year.
That was a morning game, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
I feel like
I
teams
believe
in
so.
college they just don't shoot that well. Like the 3-point shooting teams, they don't play or shoot the ball that well early.
Oregon did.
I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
that's
In general,
in general.
most
Oregon.
90% of the
Right.
time. Yeah, I don't know. I think Gonzaga wins, but I could see them.
It would not surprise me if
Close game.
because this is where they
Yeah.
do it every year.
My favorite, I'm not even going to pick a side on this one. I like the over. It's 158. I could see it being like 90 to 72, even 75.
Do you think Creighton's going to score 90?
I mean, maybe. So they gave up. I mean, Gonzaga just gave up 71 to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma's second leading scorer was out.
Right.
So, I mean, it could have
Yeah,
been.
I'm just not betting Gonzaga this deep.
I don't trust
I'll take
them
the
this
spread
far in
with-
the
I'll
tourney.
take the spread with Creighton.
I wouldn't.
I don't trust. Don't trust.
I'm
Gonzaga
not
this
going to
deep.
bet it, but
Yeah, I
if
don't
I'm going to
trust
take
either
one,
way.
I'm taking Creighton.
All right. Florida State and Michigan. This one's so two
I
and a
know
half.
you love Florida, huh?
It's 2.5. Not necessarily.
Dude,
but
I think Michigan's look good.
they have looked good. I just think they're.
Juwan Howard's got that
It
team
was
locked
3.
in.
I know it dropped today. That's kind of what signaled me because I was going to take Michigan at 3 and it dropped to 2.5. Now I'm taking Florida State. I think it ends. I don't like. I mean,
I like
Michigan's
Michigan.
looked good, but Florida State's super. They actually play defense. LSU didn't play a lick of. They didn't play any defense.
Who's the Florida State head coach?
Leonard Williams.
Is he big?
What?
Because I mean, Juwan Howard probably be scared of him.
He would be. Yeah, he's scared of all of us. He's scared of Mark Turgeon.
Yeah.
But no, Michigan's look good. They don't turn the ball over. I think that's going to be ultimately what wins the game because Florida State is like 258th in turnovers per game, and Michigan forces turnovers and doesn't turn the ball over. So that if Florida State can just not turn the ball over and actually get shots up, I think they win. That's it. It's a
Michigan's
bold
look good.
statement. Don't turn the ball over. But yeah, no, I think that it's going to end this. I think Michigan's going out. Isaiah Livers being out. I mean,
I sure hope not. That'll bust my bracket
Both
again.
the 1 seeds go down in the Sweet 16 that are left.
no, I got Baylor winning, but I think Florida State. And Gonzaga. There's 3 of them
I'm going to
left.
take Michigan on that one.
Taking Michigan too.
All right, Florida State. UCLA and Alabama.
I'm not doing it again.
6.
I'm not doing it again.
This is tough.
Not picking against UCLA again.
You're not?
No.
Oh, I think Bama's going to. I don't know. I'm not trusting
Run 'em.
this.
I like Bama. I just told you I like Bama though. Bama's
Shaq-
been
UCLA
good.
played really good at the beginning
look
of the
really-
season, and then they are turning it back on again. Like towards the
know.
end, they were kind of like, we're not sure about them.
Didn't they lose their last
I think
4?
if you did some like
1-4.
reseeding of these guys, like UCLA is more of a 3 seed instead of an 11.
A 3?
Yeah,
What?
they're up there. If you did a if
I
you
saw
did a
today
reseed-
USC's like the 6th best according to Kempom.
Hey, I
USC's
love-
number 6.
I
They have
love
the 6th
SC.
best odds to win it all.
Mobley.
USC?
Yeah, they were like plus 1,100 or something.
Really? That's pretty wild. I don't know. I think Bama wins by double digits.
I can see that.
They're just the pace is crazy. They're going to shoot so many threes and they're on fire right now. They're playing in the same gym. I think they're filling that gym or something because they're making their threes.
Yeah.
And John Petty found it.
I'm taking UCLA.
UCLA plus the points.
Okay. What's that? We got one more.
Oregon, USC.
Oh, the last game, Oregon and USC. That's also a tough one.
Yeah.
2.5.
The Pac-12's played so good. Now they're going to play.
I just like
You
the
love Mobley.
Yeah, love them. I'm taking SC.
Doesn't his brother play on the team too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isaiah.
it's Evan Mobley and
Does Oregon
and
have-
Isaiah, right? Isaiah Mobley.
Does Oregon have probably not. They have an advantage. They only had to play one game.
They're a dog.
They came out hot. And so Iowa just took out number 2 they kept because they advanced the second round. Took out number 2 Iowa.
Yeah,
Took out Garza.
Scored out 95. Garza scored like 40, didn't he?
He had 31, I think.
balled out.
I woke up and I saw the score and I was like, oh man.
They won by
that one hurt.
15.
It
He was in
90
he was in
95?
tears.
He was checking out with 40 seconds left, down 15, crying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he pulled
I mean,
he
most
pulled
of
an
the guys
Adam
cry.
Morrison,
Yeah.
little baby.
But USC has looked really good. And Kansas, the worst tournament loss ever by 34, and they beat Drake by 16.
Yeah, I think they're riding this high right now. I think they're hot. Mobley's found it.
Both of them have.
But you could say Oregon's hot too.
Oregon was, what, they got the Final Four last year?
Before the year before.
Yeah, but I mean last tournament. They were in the Final Four,
I think
right?
they're Elite 8 or Final
Elite
4.
8 or Final Four?
Yeah, one of the two.
Seemed to do
Who
well.
do you
I
like?
think it was Elite 8. I think I'm going to take Oregon. I think it's like a 2-point game.
I think Oregon wins.
So I'm going to take the points. I think it's like a last minute, comes down to the end.
I think Oregon's going to win.
Wow.
I
Only
feel
one
like,
for SC.
I feel like SC is going to win by like 1 or 2. Just that tight of a game. Because both teams are horrific at
I could see SC in the Final Four.
both teams shoot less than 70
For the free throw line?
yeah.
They cannot
One's
make free
70.5 and the other one's like 65. So I feel like it's going to be a really like. So they played SC beat them by 14, 72-58 earlier this year in their only matchup. So they beat them by 14, but they were up by 21 at halftime. It's kind of similar to the Kansas game, but then they inched a little bit closer. So
Yeah,
I think it's kind of a not similar game. I think they keep it close most of the game, and then it comes down to the free throws at the end, and then it's like a last second. So I'll take the points.
So you were
I'm going for USC.
How many?
But I
There's
feel
only
like
been
it's
like
just gonna be-
There's only been like 3 buzzer beaters so far in the tournament.
yeah.
Has there?
Well, I mean the Vautech one to start it.
Well, that didn't count.
What do you mean it didn't count? It's into overtime.
It's not a buzzer beater.
Yeah,
It's not a
not a
winner.
You beat the buzzer to send it to overtime.
I mean, technically.
All right, fair enough. Technicalities.
So maybe
All right.
we'll get 3 in this Sweet 16.
So who's your guys updated? Who's your Final Four? I mean, we just talked to Sweet 16, but then we don't know who the Elite 8. We're not going to pick them, but if you had to go as well as USC,
So I have both. I have Gonzaga and SC. I'm gonna right now go out on a limb and say SC makes it to the Final Four along with Michigan, Syracuse, and Baylor. My 2 favorite teams right now are Syracuse and SC.
you got them in the finals?
No,
You got Baylor and SC?
I'm gonna take
Baylor, Michigan?
probably Baylor, Michigan.
2-1 seeds?
Yeah.
You're hoping for USC.
Yeah. But no, if I'm going to pick, I'm going to say Michigan and Baylor in the finals.
All right. So I got Gonzaga taking on Alabama in the Final Four, and then Arkansas and Loyola Chicago.
That's what I'm taking Loyola to get to the Final Four.
I think they're getting there again.
I like it.
And then I got Bama and Arkansas in the final, and I got Arkansas taking them out.
I think
That'd be fun to
Oral
watch.
Roberts wins the South region. They take down the 2 seed, and then they take down Nova in the Elite 8.
And then they got to take out Baylor.
No, then Nova beats Baylor.
Oh, you
Oral
have
Roberts-
Nova beating.
Yeah, and then Oral Roberts got to beat Nova.
So is Oral Roberts winning the title?
No, well, I think Loyola might win it all.
It's Oral
Who do
Roberts.
you think's
versus
winning
Loyola. I got Arkansas. I'm kind of biased. I have that futures on them, 125-1.
Oh.
But I think they have the skills to do it, and they've looked pretty good. They took out who'd they beat?
I think Michigan wins it all.
That's what I have.
Is it Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan beats Creighton in the Elite Eight. Then just goes down, wins that game, and Final Four.
Yeah,
Michigan.
they just play solid. They're just a solid team all around. Just
There's
a
no
team
weaknesses.
Ball. Yeah, they don't turn the ball over a whole lot.
I hope they don't win. Do you want to, before we get into... Yeah. Are we going back to Vegas this weekend or what? You want to go slide down the pole at Top Golf again?
God, dude.
His back's all messed up.
After speaking to my lawyer, I do have a case, I believe. There's no signs that says the pole's that slick. And why do they have so many stairs to get in and out?
All right.
They know you're going to go in there and drink.
Because there's 4 levels.
So why do I need 3 sets of stairs to get down?
I don't know why you have to go. Why don't they just have you come in on the first floor?
That's the thing I don't understand. Why did I have to go up so many? And then I have to go down them all to get out. I went down the first 2 sets and I was tired. I didn't have a choice but to slide down the third set.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Legs were giving out, cramping.
Oh, dude, it was too much.
Yeah, too much alcohol, not enough water.
And then I went straight Humpty Dumpty, dude. Flat backed it at the bottom.
His legs went over his head.
Oh, dude.
Scorpion did.
Hat went flying. I mean, my hat went 25 feet.
I wish I would have saw this.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
dude.
my walk back, instead of we had a 1 mile walk back. I think
Minimum 1 mile. I felt like I went through
I feel like I walked 3 miles with all my sidestepping.
Through all the people?
Oh, yeah, literally. Not only that, but I could not walk a straight line. It was brutal.
I had to walk that walk after the fall.
Stumbling. It was. I wanted to just crawl back.
I almost had to after the fall. I almost had to crawl back.
It was
Stinson
bad.
said he would give me a piggyback ride, though. So.
I was starting to get weak legged.
Oh, dude, I got weak leg after 2 sets of stairs.
This is brutal.
All right. Before we get into UFC 260, let's talk about some NFL draft. NFL draft season is upon us. It's possible that you might have Trevor Lawrence's haircut in your pants.
What?
That's why our partners at Manscaped, remember we're sponsored by
Here we
Manscaped
go.
now.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
The leaders in the below-the-waist grooming have partnered with us to make sure you don't gamble on shaving your balls the same way you like to gamble on football. For all of my draft geeks, we have an exclusive 20% off promo code OTBN. Use that at checkout. You get 20% off and free shipping.
It's a good deal.
Yep. That's right. 20% off and free shipping. OTBN. Shave your nuts.
Yeah, nobody wants to bring back the 70s, so.
Have you used it
With
yet?
the fro. No. I just got it.
Yeah.
Freaking balls are going to be cleaner than a whistle.
Yeah. Especially after you spruce
Couple
it
of
up.
freaking goose eggs.
After you spruce it up with the ball deodorant.
Is that what it is? They give you ball deodorant?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And ball
Wow,
toner.
this is impressive.
Yeah.
I have
dry,
to jump on this.
Yeah.
We needed it in Vegas after the very first game, dude. Jumping up and down.
Sweaty?
Swamp balls.
Yeah, dude. Didn't want no chafing going on.
All right. Let's talk UFC real quick. Actually, we got a little bit of time. Stipe or Ngannou?
Stipe. There is no passing of the torch.
Are you firing on this, Pete?
What? No.
Stipe and Ngannou, no take?
No, Nagano.
I like Ngannou. Stipe is a legend, man. He's the GOAT at heavyweight.
You know what I love about the whole Stipe?
He's just a fire.
stigma?
He's just a fireman.
Nobody ever gives him credit. He's an underdog
Yeah.
when he's a champ every time.
Yeah, he's minus
Yeah.
one. He's minus 105 right now. They're both
Oh,
minus.
he's minus right 105 right now?
Ngannou's minus 125, so Stipe's
So he's still a
technically
dog.
still a dog.
He's a dog every time, and he's literally the greatest heavyweight
He's the best of
champion
all time.
of all time.
Yeah.
And he's a dog every time. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Ngannou didn't win a round in the first one.
Yeah. I feel like he's a different guy. He's king, but Stipe's faster. I don't know. I got Ngannou. I think he's going to knock him out.
No way.
Not a chance.
But, I mean, there's always a chance. With
He's been
Ngannou.
on an absolute tear.
There's
since,
always a
since
chance.
the
I just
Derek
feel
Lewis.
like Ngannou's game plan is to go out there and knock Stipe's head off. You know
That
what I mean?
won't work.
It's like a Derek Lewis game plan. And that ain't going to work with Stipe. He's not going to get caught in
Yeah.
the 5th round. You know what I mean?
That's a tough one, but I think Ngannou.
You think it's going all 5?
No.
I think Stipe wins a 5-round decision. I think he wins it like 49, 40, 4 out of 5.
Tries to take him down or just stand and trade with him. I mean, if Stipe is going to win, I feel like he's got to get him on the ground a little bit and kind of.
Well, I mean, Stipe.
I don't know how you get that man on the ground.
Stipe's fast for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
He outstruck Ngannou last time.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it's different this time. I think Ngannou's on a mission. I think he's going to get.
I think if
be the champ.
Ngannou gets any kind of momentum going, then Stipe will put him on his back.
Because even Cormier hit Cormier hit Stipe a few times.
Hit him with everything and the kitchen sink and couldn't put him down. But Ngannou's
He hit him a couple times and like kind of hurt him. He covered up. If Ngannou hits you, you're going. It's not going to be good.
Cormier is freaking also 105 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he was able to
Ngannou hits
land
a
a
lot
punch,
harder. If he hits Stipe, if Ngannou hits anybody on the planet clean, they're going out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That will hit a horse and knock him out. I would have bet if he punches a horse, he could knock it out.
I would probably take that bet.
I think he's going out.
Yeah.
knocking Mr. Ed out.
Yeah. Both his
Nick at
big
Night.
teeth, too.
It's on Nick at Night pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Stipe or Ngannou versus Mr. Ed.
Book it.
Speaking of heavyweights, I know they're not fighting on this card. Did you see Cyril Gahn and Derek Lewis might be fighting? I love Derek Lewis.
Dude.
Yeah.
He's
I
my
love
favorite
Derek
fighter to
Lewis,
watch.
too.
I like Derek Lewis as
That's
well.
the thing is he's so
He's
fun
super
to
fun.
watch,
What's
but at the
crazy-
same time, it's so boring.
But like
you know what's
Francis
coming.
and Derek Lewis was one of the worst fights ever.
But this
But
is
then-
I know what's coming with Derek, so I'm okay with there no action for 4.5 rounds because I know what's coming.
It just sucks when he doesn't. If it doesn't happen, you're like, what the hell kind of fight was that? But then the one time he lands it, you're like running around the kitchen or the living room screaming.
Right.
Oh, dude,
So I hope that fight comes.
that's a good fight to make.
Yeah. I know Luque and Woodley.
I'm never betting on Tyrone Woodley again. There's
He
0%.
fought Colby,
That's fine.
Burns, and the best welterweight ever, Kamaru Usman.
He hasn't won a single round in 4 years.
Those are the three guys he fought, though. They're all absolute monsters.
Luque's good too.
I'm not saying Luque is a pushover. I just think the odds here, Woodley's plus 200.
The thing with Woodley was if you
I
go
like
back
Woodley.
and look at Woodley when he was the champ or when he got the title, Woodley went out and pressed the action, marched forward, and threw combinations.
Yeah.
Since then, he just stands there, walks in circles, throws one punch at a time, and just gets beat up. He has zero aggression to go forward anymore.
I feel like he was worried about Colby, Burns, and Usman's wrestling. Luque's not going to take him down. He's going to stand and trade with them.
I think Woodley's going to be looking for takedowns.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just think the odds are too crazy. I think Tyron's going to bounce back, and
I don't see Tyrone bouncing back ever. I think it's over.
I mean, if he loses this one, he's done.
I think this is the like the Chuck Liddell ordeal here, where Chuck stayed way too long, got knocked out way too many times,
And then that's his career. So
and that's what everybody remembers. And then 12 years later, he gets beat up by Tito Ortiz.
They run it back.
You know what I mean? On an Oscar De La Hoya undercard. I think that's where Taiwan Lizzie's headed for.
10 years from now, it's Connor and Tyron
Yeah.
fighting in like a showcase for charity.
Yeah.
Connor just uses him as a punching bag.
I don't know. I think I just like the odds. I think Luque could win, but I'm not laying 260 on Luque. I think Woodley at plus 200 is a good bet. Not to mention, we forgot Volkanovski and Ortega's off. It was a COVID.
Does he even have it?
Yeah, what do you mean? They test him. He just made it up.
He don't want to fight no more. He's like, Dana, get me out of the Ortega fight. Cough, cough.
He wants to delay the Max Holloway rematch.
Yeah.
So he's dodging it.
No, he's not. He has COVID.
I want to
All
see
right,
the positive
your boy's back.
O'Malley, baby.
Do you think he wins?
O'Malley
He got so much crap for the how he handled the last loss. When he was like, "Oh, it was a freak accident. I'm better than that guy." It's like you did lose, and it wasn't.
It wasn't a freak injury. If you go back and watch it, he checked the Vera leg kick.
Yeah,
and it hurt him. It hurt his leg.
Yeah,
so he's on one leg. Like it wasn't I hurt my knee or I tore a ligament in my ankle. You checked the Vera leg kick and it got hurt, and Vera jumped on it. So I mean, he can. It looked bad how he handled it. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm still undefeated. Nah, dude.
It's just
happens.
like Paulo Costa saying he was drunk the night before.
Right.
Dude, like, take the L, move on.
Right.
I think it's a lot of you see it
stop
though with
making
undefeated
excuses.
fighters. You see it with undefeated fighters.
That's what I love about
They
Conor.
don't know how to
when he
lose.
loses,
He's humble.
immediately after, he's crazy. But he comes out and is like, "Oh yeah, he gave props
He's
before
a
he-
showman.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
has
a showman.
because he talks all that shit about winning.
But
So if you
but-
lose, you better just be like, all
But
right,
he's
I got
no,
my ass
No.
kicked.
Conor comes out humble with a loss because he's a showman and builds
Yes.
these fights. He builds these fights up, and then I guarantee.
Yeah, but you
He
can't.
doesn't believe half the shit he's
You
gonna
can't keep
say.
that same energy after a loss.
He's
Right.
been able
So,
to do
but
it.
Sean O'Malley, that's what I'm saying with O'Malley and Costa. They're over here. I was drunk. I'm still undefeated. Just take your loss and be like, I'm going to come back and get better. I feel like Connor does that. That's why.
Connor goes
And
right
people
hits the
still
gym.
hate on him. Yeah. I don't know.
People hate on Connor because he loses, and they just hate Connor.
It kind of worries. Well, this odds
But
are
he's
crazy.
great at building up the fight.
Oh,
He's the best showman in the sport of
Best
history.
ever. But then you got Sean O'Malley sitting at minus 315. I feel like that's a little steep.
I mean, he's fighting Thomas Almeida,
Yeah.
kind of a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
The guy's been around for
But
20 years.
He's got power, but is O'Malley
O'Malley's
like
gonna-
fully healed? And
They
you
said
know
he
what I mean?
is.
I know that's what I'm
He's
saying.
ready to go. And if he is, he'll dance around Almeida and at some point knock him out.
I like O'Malley.
I do too.
I think he wins, but I'm not. I probably won't touch this fight either. It's too,
If I'm
too
going to bet it,
pricey.
I wouldn't bet him to win. I'd bet him by knockout and get way
Yeah.
better odds.
It's way too pricey.
What's O'Malley? Minus 315?
Yeah.
To win.
In a
you probably
fight?
get him.
Like,
You
I'll
probably get
never
him
lay that
minus.
much.
Probably get him minus 200 to win by knockout.
Yeah, maybe.
So I mean, if you're going to bet it, bet it there.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to bet. I know I'm betting Ngannou. I know I'm betting Woodley. And there's a few other decent
Your
fights.
boy's
like
on the card.
William Knight.
Kama Worthy.
I bet him in Vegas
Yeah.
before we left.
Yeah, I knew you would.
But yeah, I'll put out an article this week. I've been out for 2 weeks. I didn't put any out, but we're profiting on that.
Make some money.
Yeah, we're up 10 units, 8.5 units in
Nurmagomedov-
5 cards.
Khabib's cousin's on the
Nice.
card too.
I bet that guy.
He's good.
I bet him, Worthy, Woodley, Francis, and one other guy. 50 paid like 1,300
There you
before he
go.
left. So we'll see. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's
And we
big
got
time.
we got fight Saturday night. We got Sweet 16 games all day, and then Sunday all day. Then Monday, Tuesday, Elite 8.
And then the following weekend after that,
Final
we got
Four.
the PGA Tour.
I think it's 2 weeks.
That was it. Yeah. Well,
April-
not this week. So
The Open.
Oh, is it that? I thought it was April 12th.
You might be.
Is it
right.
April Fool's Day?
I don't know. This is gonna be lit though.
Starts
Corey
the-
Connors, 85-1.
Corey Connors, baby.
What?
We put put 100 on.
Why?
Are you coming in
I
hot?
handed the list to this guy and said, pick a name on this golf court on this golf list, and he picked Corey Connors.
Did anybody look at what Corey Connors shot at this course?
No,
No,
Okay.
but
He's
I
gonna
think
win, though.
I think Stinson said he was on the leaderboard like
Yeah,
through 3 rounds.
yeah,
On the last one?
last two tournaments. I don't know about it's the Masters, right?
DeChambeau. I'm betting DeChambeau. If I'm betting,
He was
I'm betting
11-1.
Yeah, I'm betting DeChambeau. He's on fire in
He's
golf right
hitting
now.
Fucking nukes off the tee box.
All right,
Driving par fours.
that's it for this week, man.
He's got carry like me at Top Golf.
He loves golf right now.
Well, I mean, did you see me at Top Golf?
You were hitting
Yeah.
piss missiles for sure.
Yeah,
Bryson called me and said, "Good job."
He called you.
Yeah.
250.
He was
Carry.
on. He was
250
next to
carry
us.
off the net.
Off the net.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
big time.
So check out the article will be out on Off the Ball Network. Go order some Manscaped stuff from their store, OTBN. Next week we'll be doing the baseball preview. Brian and Travis will be back. Last year I told you
Nice.
Dodgers over Rays before the season started in the World Series, and
Drilled
that
it.
happened. So tune in next week. I'll give you my World Series champion, and you guys should go bet that.
Mm-mm.
And we'll have the second episode. Wait, what? I just told you.
I know.
Maybe
Well, you guys know. What
I
do you
know who
mean
you're
no?
picking, so I'll let the listeners find out next week.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody.
You don't know who he's picking.
You know who he's picking.
Well, of course.
Come on.
So am I.
Maybe you don't. Maybe I'll switch it up just to throw you guys off.
Dodgers.
He will not. He will not.
I
gotta get him
I don't
back.
see the Dodgers losing.
Not with
And
the
then-
rotation.
No.
What was our other? We're doing another episode next week. Oh, the final four.
We're doing 2.
We're doing 2 next week.
Oh, when all 4 of my guys are in the freaking Final Four, I'll lose it.
I have 1 left.
We'll do some prop. We'll do prop bets for the final four because that'll be because there's only 4 games. We'll do some player
Oh, yeah,
props and
that'd
stuff
be
like
good.
that.
My bracket looks like a Swiss cheese slice.
Yeah.
There's holes in it everywhere.
Oh, it's
I think
terrible.
everybody on Say It Out Loud has a Swiss cheese bracket.
GCU got me, and Maryland got me.
They covered.
Yeah, but they didn't cover enough to get to the Final Four.
Nope. All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks.